So this is Fern. It's a bronze replica of Dippy the Diplodocus, who used to grace the Natural History Museum Central Hall.
They've got a place for editing. Oh, right. Somewhere inside.
The Diplodocus is a big herbivore. This one is 22 metres long and it stands 4 metres at the hips. So it's one of the biggest animals ever to have walked the earth. And it lived in the Upper Jurassic period, about 150 million years ago. Browsed alongside really famous dinosaurs like Stegosaurus and Allosaurus, and would have been eating some of the plants that we see around us. It's really great to have this kind of advert for what we do here at the museum, in the museum gardens, and not just the dinosaur though, the plants as well, because of course the museum is about much more than just dinosaurs. It's about the natural world, both in the past and the present and future. So it's really fantastic to, I don't know, have this kind of really eye-catching sculpture right out the front, which will hopefully draw people in and want them to learn more about the natural world.
Yes, and on the huge gas towers near Melbourne. Was it? Somewhere anyway. Oh well.
So the experience is that the visitors will be walking through geological time, starting with the oldest rocks in the UK, which are over 2.7 billion years old. So that's the beginning of our timeline, and we walk through the garden. We come to the Cambrian period, and then the scale of the garden is calibrated. 1 metre equals 5 million years. So that's going to be, you'll be walking at that sort of pace through the garden, experiencing geological time kind of fast forward. So this is about using our entrance, our gardens, in a way to get people to start getting into the frame of mind about thinking about what we have inside of the museum, the Natural History Museum. So instead of walking through just a plain lawn, you're being taken on a journey through time, and that's getting you to think about some of these deeply and quite challenging concepts. And then when you get through at the end of our timeline, you'll be kind of fired up, and in a way that will enable you, I think, to get more out of the exhibits that we have inside the museum.
I mean, it's a beautiful green space that they've built in front of the Natural History Museum. I think we've all been missing it because we've been entering the museum and seeing this place under construction. So now we finally have a chance to explore the green space, also to see Fern, the new Dippy as it were, and it will bring back childhood memories and also just a place to hang out in London. I mean, London's so packed and there's so many museums, but when do you get quiet space to relax outside amongst nature and also learn a bit about the history of nature and ecology and how plants have evolved over the hundreds of millions of years, which is the story that this garden is telling.
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download MetroTV Extend sekarang.